Example 2 is only slightly different. Hopefully you've already tried it. If you have not, please press pause, try it, then check your answer. Example 2 says that you're in charge of planning the Warren soccer team's state championship party. To rent the facility you will have the party at, it costs $120. Also, for every party guest, it will cost you $8. In this case, there's two variables again. We see this key word, every. Each, every, per. Those are our key words. Whatever number is associated with that is a number we're going to be multiplying by. So I know right away from seeing the word every in the sentence with 8, in my process, I'm going to have 8 times something. The other thing I want you to recognize is that you're renting this facility. It costs $120. It doesn't matter if you have 10 people show up or 2,000 people show up. The cost of the facility is still $120. The cost that's changing is the $8. That changes based on how many people are coming. So we're talking right now about the number of people being a big important thing, because that is one of our variables. That's one of our unknown pieces of information. In order to know how much we're going to have to pay, we would have to input the number of people at this party. That's your X variable, number of people, your input or your independent variable. When you input that into a function rule, you're going to come out with your output, or your total cost for that party. So your dependent variable here is total cost. Remember our trick. Dependent depends on independent. So when I'm writing my dependency statement, whatever you define as your dependent variable will always be first. That depends on, in this case, the number of people that go to this party. Back to my process. We talked about how we're going to take $8 times the number of people that show up at this party, but we're always going to have to pay $120. In addition to that $120, or also, so we will add 8 times, in this case 0, because nobody's going. But we rented the facility, we still have to pay them that $120. $120 plus 8 times 0 is $120. 5 people are showing up. I'm paying the $120 fee for renting the facility, plus $8 times the number of people coming, and that's 5 this time. So I do 120 plus 8 times 5, which is 40, and it's going to cost $160. You can start writing your ordered pairs right away if you'd like. 5, you pay $160. Now 10 people are going to come. Well, we have to pay the $120 rental fee plus $8 times the 10 people who are coming to the party. 8 times 10 is 80. 120 plus 80 is 200. So my ordered pair, which means if I have 10 people going to the party, it's going to cost $200. If I have 15 people, I pay the $120 plus 8 times the number of people who are going, which in this case is 15. So I take $120 plus 8 times 15, which is $120. That means I'm paying $240. My ordered pair, X is 15, that's the number of people going to the party. Y is 240, that's the total cost of my party. The last one we want to check is if 20 people come to the party. They still charge me the $120 facility fee plus 8 times the number of people, which is 20 in this case. 8 times 20 is 160. 120 plus the 160 is 280. So if 20 people go to the party, it costs $280. The function rule comes straight from here. Notice I did it in red to illustrate it a little bit better. That's the only thing that's changing here. That gets my x variable. The 120 is constant. It's in everything, so I just bring that in. I add 8 times something every time. The 100 plus 8 times is always there. The x is the only thing that's changing. You're calculating something, so you have to have y equals, or equals y. Your function rule in this case is $120 plus $8 times the number of people equals the total cost. Go ahead and try number 3 right now, please. When you're done, you can go ahead and watch the video to see how number 3 is solved.